Have you ever celebrated when a doctor said, "Yes, I'll try your brand," and then 1 month later, your RX data shows zero movement? In this episode of Field Study Digital HCP Engagements, we break down one of the most frustrating mysteries in pharma marketing. Doctors agree in the chamber, but the prescription pad does not change. And more importantly, how a simple digital follow up journey can fix this in a measurable, compliant way. Hi, I'm Deepika, a healthcare marketing strategist who has worked with brands across pharma and genomics to turn good conversations into consistent prescriptions using digital HCP engagement. If you're a CMO or brand manager who still thinks MR effort can't be measured, this series will show you practical, field ready ways to make every doctor interaction trackable and optimizable. Let's start with a real scenario from the field. A medical representative meets a doctor, presents the brand, and the doctor says, "Okay, I'll start with a few patients." The MR walks out happy, updates the CRM as doctor convinced, and moves on. But 4 weeks later, data shows no real change in prescriptions. This is a classic prescription behavior problem. Problem: doctor says yes in chamber but never prescribes. Typical MR mistake: they never confirm specifics and never design a follow-up touch point. It's treated as a win, not as a behavior change project. Most of the time, the issue is not that the doctor is lying. The real problem is the system around the doctor. The doctor forgets the brand name in the chaos of OPD. Staff use old prescription templates or EMR favorites. Another brand stays top of mind because that rep followed up better. So you are optimizing one conversation but not the doctor's ongoing decision journey. This is exactly where digital HCP engagement becomes powerful. Now let's convert this one field problem into a practical digital solution that a brand team can deploy in about 30 days. Step 1. Make the yes specific MR action. Train your MR to always close with a precise question like, "Doctor, for which patient profile will you start this brand first? Newly diagnosed, uncontrolled, or switch from brand X?" This turns a vague yes into a defined starting point that can be tracked through digital journeys and prescription analytics. Step 2. Trigger a digital microjourney after the visit. Once that yes and patient profile are recorded in your CRM, set up an automatic digital sequence for the doctor. Day 1. WhatsApp or email with a concise one-page clinical recap tailored to that patient profile. For example, 3 key points when starting newly diagnosed patients on this therapy. Day 3 to 5. Short interactive content. A quick poll or 2-question quiz about which patients they would start first. Day 7 to 10. Option to book a focused 10-minute video call or join a micro webinar with a KOL case study on that exact patient profile. Each touch point is measurable: open rates and click-through rates, quiz completion and responses, time spent viewing content, requests for rep or MSL follow-up. Step 3. Link engagement to prescribing behavior. Here's where CMOs pay attention. This is how you prove ROI at territory or segment level. Compare doctors who completed the microjourney versus those who only had the MR visit. Track the change in number of relevant patients started on therapy. Repeat prescriptions over the next 4 to 8 weeks. Build a simple dashboard that shows, for example, for every 100 doctors who entered this digital journey, X doctors changed their prescribing behavior and Y additional prescriptions were generated. This shifts your reporting from vanity metrics like emails sent and MR calls done to doctor engagement metrics that link directly to prescriptions. In this first episode of Field Study Digital HCP Engagements, you saw how one classic field problem, doctors said yes but didn't prescribe, can be addressed through a simple MR plus digital hybrid flow that is easy to implement with existing CRM and WhatsApp/email tools. Fully measurable from engagement to prescription behavior. In upcoming episodes, we'll take more real MR doctor scenarios, access time, objections, loyalty to competitor brands, and turn each one into a digital engagement play your marketing team can actually deploy. If you're a CMO or brand manager and want to turn your MR force into a digitally augmented HCP engagement engine, reach out to explore how we can build these journeys for your brands.